Hey guys, I'm sitting here at the park at night. I just wanted to make another video. Um, I wanted to kind of just talk about what I see happening with COVID-19 and these protests. Amongst other things, and how I think we can really retain our power. We now are living under a society in which we're forced to wear these masks, which in my opinion are just one step closer to forcing us to take vaccines, which a lot of people are saying. And we're constantly inundated with all these problems, these race problems, economic problems. Every day some protest is happening, and there's, Trump supporters are fighting Black Lives Matter supporters, and people that want to, knock down statues of Christopher Columbus are fighting against people who want the statue to stay, and people who are against people protesting the national anthem at sporting events are fighting against people who think it's disrespectful. But all the while, there is this, in my opinion, this covert effort to curtail our rights and to instill a police state that incrementally is curtailing our rights. And I thought about, I know a lot of people know about these vaccines, that they're imminent. I know a lot of people are against the masks. I know a lot of people don't believe the mainstream media. So, but the $1 million question is, what can we do? And I'd be a liar to say I had the answers. But I do feel like I'm a firm believer that all I can really do is speak from my own experience. I can't say anything that other than my own experience. And for me, this idea of how do I retain my power keeps popping up into my head. I keep asking myself, how can I take back my power? How can I really approach these calamities with a clear mind? And as you can see, I'm out here in nature. Well, I'm out here at a park at night, and I'm making this video for you guys. And I find myself really saying, like, okay, what are the distractions? Women, social media, and not just for me, but for a lot of guys. And a lot of guys, it's women. It's social media, it's politics. It's this constant need to do, to be, to doing, making money. And we never really have a chance to just be, so that's really why I come out in nature. It's a good place for me to think and to really analyze more clearly what it is I need to do. And I'm thinking that if you look at all the protests and you look at the strongest mandates, because I do believe that we should stay informed. I mean, we can't bury our head in the sand and just, ignore what's going on in the outside world. Like, we need to be aware of it. And it seems like the cities are where, the harshest laws, the most draconian of laws against freedom are taking place. And so, and I've often thought, what would be the antidote to this, and it is, I think, investing in nature, investing in a more, rural life. Because I think only in silence really do we get clarity. And I'll repeat that, only in silence do we get clarity. We're constantly giving our power away when we, when we invest our energy into things like, all the protests, or, we take a side in politics and we get angry at the other side for being what we consider to be ignorant or foolish. Because we're spending all of our energy being against someone else, another fellow citizen, and we're not investing in our own self-empowerment. Because imagine, from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep, that's your time to, you have the choice to do whatever you think you should do within that time. And how much of that time is spent wasting our time on things that don't matter, like social media, Facebook, Instagram, watching stupid things on YouTube, playing video games, arguing with people. How much of that time should we spend, learning new skills, making plans and how we can really live a better life, organizing with other like-minded people so that we have allies, so that we're not just a lone wolf walking this life alone. I think a lot of us are called to, there's a lot of people that don't feel like they fit in with this world. There's a lot of people that maybe from even early on, early childhood, have seen that there's something profoundly wrong. Krishnamurti has said it's not a testament of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly ill society. And those of us who have seen the profound illness of society, a lot of times we can't bear the analysis that we see, and so we turn to drugs, smoking weed, drinking, self-destructive behavior, and we're really just destroying ourselves because we don't know how to take in all this perception that we have that very few people don't have, very few people relate to, and it can be really lonely. So I'm just gonna share, and again, like I said, previously, like, all I can do is share my own experience. But I've recently really found solace in just being alone. Not to say that I don't have friends, I don't, see people, because I definitely do. But I definitely take solace in being alone. Even on the weekends when, I'm quote unquote supposed to be hanging out with people. I've been doing a lot more writing. I've been really focusing on my business and really trying to get a plan together and execute that plan so I can get a property, so I can start a farm. Really growing just to take my power back. And taking my power back to me means, being self-reliant and being someone who can be a leader in organizing like-minded individuals into where we're a collective unit, to where we're strong. You know, we can all live together and have more autonomy and not be reliant on this system that we find to be profoundly ill, as Krista Murdy said. So, you know, my intention in making this video and this episode of Doberman Philosopher is to really evaluate, you know, where you're giving your power away. And again, I'm going to share, for me, it's arguing, it's debating, it's going on Facebook and finding people who don't agree with me politically and then picking a fight with those people because I have a combative nature to me. And I have to call myself out. And my whole point in making these videos, if you guys haven't already noticed, is that I call myself out. You know, I know that a lot of my videos are about women and dating, but it's more than that, right? Because a lot of us turn to lust and to women as a distraction, as something to pour ourselves into, because we really don't have anything that we really care about other than getting laid. And that's the case for a lot of men, and that's not a place you want to be. That's really not. It's a very empty place. It's a very transactional place. You know, you have to have things that you care about. You have to have skills and talents that you're passionate about, and relationships that mean something to you, or else you're going to live a really fucking empty life. And that's these people, you know, these elites, these people like Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, they live all of their whole lives are transactional, are empty. Right? So, I mean, I don't like to make these videos too long. I'm going to end this now, but wanted to just share some thoughts with you guys, really about just how do we own our energy, and how do we realize when we're giving our energy and our power away. Thank you. All right.